how does some of that kind of sort of fit into kind of what you're doing? But I think the main thesis of that is, I think, you know, thanks to that reflection, Darren, I'm really passionate about creativity, sort of how it ticks and how it can be taught. So I do this really, really regularly, and I'm really, really interested in it. I think, you know, fundamentally, I think that some of the creative processes that we use nowadays are a little bit broken and a little bit kind of inefficient. And I think we're at this sort of really interesting time where it's all changing. I can sort of see we've got UX and design thinking coming in on one end of things, and then there's the agency approach. So the agency approach kind of thinks in terms of imagination and kind of large emotional storytelling ideas, and the UX sort of design thinking kind of approach is just really, really user-centered. And what happens is this approach has sort of leaps of imagination that don't land in reality. And this approach is so lost in its pragmatism that sometimes it lacks imagination. So it lacks emotion. So I guess what I'm really interested in, what I'm sort of practicing at the moment, experimenting with, is how we can kind of bring those two disciplines together. Because, you know, UX has this sort of strategy and precision, but no imagination. And then often things that come out of advertising agencies, they have imagination and strategy, but no precision. And I think there's an interesting world where we can kind of bind those two things together. And I think that's, you know, that's the challenge I'm sort of giving myself in all the work I'm doing now. I'm sort of curious how we can, bring in new ways of thinking and new ways of collaborating. But yeah, I'm really grateful for the chance to sort of chat to you today.